What is up, Obscure Mike people? Bark coming at you yet again with the Maono. Maono. That's it. Coming at you with the Maono Pro Studio 2x2 Lite. So the PS22 Lite. If you'll remember, I did the PS22 regular on this channel a while back and didn't love it. By the way, paid for this with my own money. Maono did not send it over for review. They hates me. I just want to be loved. They probably don't hate me. They did not love my review of the PS22. But maybe we can redeem ourselves with the PS22 Lite. This thing runs $50 on Amazon. Link down below. It's an affiliate link. Helps Obscure Mics. Boom, boom. As for the sales pitch on the box, it is a 24-bit, 192 kilohertz sample rate audio interface. 2 in, 2 out. That's what she said. XLR mic support. Yeah. Instrument support. ASIO driver. I used it with my phone earlier. It worked fine. I hope I don't need a driver. Oh, mic preamp with up to 56 dB of gain range. 4 virtual channels, 2 loopback channels, so it works with the software. Let's unbox it. When you open the PS22 Lite from Maono. Oh no! Maono! I need a sandwich with some Maono on it. We get the audio interface itself. Ooh, we'll go over this in a minute. And I will give it to Maono. Their USB A to C, C to C with A adapter, whatever. These cables, pretty solid cables that they send over with these. Fantastic. Now we can check out the interface. This is small. Like, it is pretty tiny. Look, here's a mouse. Here's the interface. It's about the size of 2.5 mice. Keyboard, interface. Microphone, interface. Interface, interface. In your face. Looking at the front of the unit, we have a direct monitor button. We have a 48 volts fan and power button. Instrument gain wobbles a little, nothing crazy. Microphone gain wobbles a little bit, nothing crazy. Monitor dial, that's a little crazy, but it's fine. Headphones, yep, almost as crazy as that, but it's fine. Sides, front, side, headphone jack. So your headphone will come out of the side. Don't hate that. On the back of the device, we have an XLR combo jack, instrument jack, monitor out, USB. Phone or tablet, it says. It did work on my iPhone 15 Pro. Overall, this is a really slim and portable little interface. If this works good, this could be a great slide in your backpack and go audio interface. I am now using the SM58 from Shure on the Maono PS22 Lite. You got some colors, white and green, and I believe everything lit up is what's plugged in. The instrument light's not on. Maybe if I plug something in there. Yes. Plug an instrument in, it lights up. I just plugged a big headphone adapter in there. Ah, cool. That's a fun little touch, actually. I showed you everything on the front of the unit. Just so you know, I've got the SM58 dialed up to about, 90%? Yeah, probably about 90%. Headphones I have at about 2 o'clock. Plenty of room to go on those. They don't get terribly loud, but they do increase in volume a little across the gain dial. Pushes them just fine, no complaints there. There's really not a lot to this, but we're going to discuss it anyways. I like the fact that you can plug this into a phone or tablet and it just works with anything USB-C. Again, I love the size. I love that the XLR comes out of the rear. There's no cords coming out the front. Coming out the front, tell you what now. And you got a headphone jack on the side there. It's a very clean. It's clean. I can even hold it in my hand. It's not dirty. It's clean. Now let's talk about a few things internally. Firstly, I'm on 90%. I'm going to slowly turn the gain up on the Maono. You hear that little jump? Just ever so slight stepping, from 90% gain to 100. Just goes up that 10% no matter what. But it is driving the SM58 just fine on 90%. I could probably even go down. I'm peaking at around -8 dB just to see how much I can push this without going into that stepping issue area. And it's not really an issue. It's a little bit. Not as bad as even the M-Audio Solo. So I believe you can power whatever mic you want with this, and it's going to work great. The sound coming from it, in my experience on the listen backs, they sounded, those files, it sounded pretty good. I have no complaints. It didn't sound different than if I was plugged into my Yamaha mixer or a Focusrite interface. Like, the quality coming out is solid. The elephant in the room. How's the headphone monitoring? It is almost there. The PS22 and some of the glorified sound cards they sent over, had that echoey, reverby, not latency-free monitoring. So, a little bit of a robot effect, a little bit of an echoing effect, more than a little on those. On the PS22 Lite, they almost got it. Almost. There is the slightest bit of unnatural slight echo, the slightest of the slight. So basically, there is some latency there, and you can hear it in your headphones. It's not bad. It's probably the least offensive, slightly robotic effect that I've heard. It's like the lowest level. Like, I had to listen a couple times, but when I did switch from the Yamaha AG06 in the beginning of the video to this, it was a lot more evident. When I used this by itself earlier today, it was less evident. I was like, is that a little bit of that robot sound or no? And the answer is yes. So this is the best effort. But man, if this had a clean headphone out, we are talking fantastic for $50. But there is that slight echo. I could use this to do like a remote podcast, remote game session, whatever you connect up with people to do, because it's about only the fans. So ultimately, I'm going to be a little gentler here. This would have been fantastically great with that better headphone out. It's close. It's no cigar. Everything about this besides that, I extremely enjoy. Like, I would use this without a doubt if that headphone was clean. I may still use it anyways, but probably not a lot. It could have been a lot. That could have easily went in my backpack every day, because that is a sweet little audio interface. I love seeing it sitting on the desk because it is taking up no real estate. This probably takes up less real estate, maybe, as far as like width, length, than that Lite Connect 2. I think it is. Bottom line, I really like the thing. It's probably a great travel interface if you don't like just the little box style like the Donna or the iRigs. This is a good solution for that, especially if you're doing something in like hotel rooms, you're traveling, you just need a little desk setup that makes you feel like you got a whole setup going on. I think this does it for you. Just beware of that little bit of latency. On the BB-SAR, I'm going to give the Maono PS22 Lite a score of a 7. It's good. It's worth buying. You just got to know the few things that aren't the greatest. And they don't really outweigh what this interface does well. If you're cool with a little bit of latency, probably the least bit of latency I've heard on a Maono interface, then here you go. Good to go. It's not bad. It's definitely tolerable. And like I said, I do a remote podcast with Bronson Audio Hotline or whatever. With this, no worries, no problems, no issues, any day. But I wouldn't do mic reviews with it, just like I've said about most of the other interfaces. But it's good. Maono, you're getting better. Not perfect, but hey, a 7 on the BB-SAR. What more could you want out of life? You're getting the BB-SAR score. Obscure Mics, peace out.